Hello and welcome to today's video. We're going to be planning for the week of October 3rd using this kit from Ink Paper Plan called October 2022. It is foiled in rose gold foil. Here I'm showing you all of the things that came with the kit. This is a 4-page kit. I did get some florals and some trims to go with it. And then I'll also show you my dowel that I'm going to be using for this spread. Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to show you guys what I did before we moved to the day by day. So let me zoom you in just so you can see the top of the page. So here I used the boxes that came for the days of the week. I used one of the florals off of the trim sheet for every other day, and then just added in some accents, and then I cut up I think 2 bouquets, for like one for the sidebar and then the other 3 has at the top with some little pieces of some little accents just for the top part. And then this scallop divider trim thing is from Sadie Stickers. The numbers are from Sadie Stickers, just so you guys can see. Same thing on that side. I pulled in this leaf box from the Giving Girl, since I had one for like rose gold. This is probably like the closest that I can get, thinking it kind of like goes into the family of that flower. The script is from Paper Trail Plans. I pulled some of these little pieces from Sadie Stickers and Honeyinked as well. I took 2 of the scallops that we had the same color of and lined the outside of the box, added some florals behind there. This is one of the foiled half mandalas from Sadie Stickers, dollars from Goldmine Coco. I took the 9th box and put it behind the girl at the bottom. Added the other half of the floral little accents from Sadie Stickers as well as from the kit. And then the bottom washi is as it is. Just because of the trim and this box being the same, I didn't want to double it up like that. And I also didn't really want to put it at the top like that either. So I'll figure out something else to do with that, but let's go ahead and get into the day by day. All right, and for Monday, I did work in the office that day, and I'm gonna mark in office the same on both of my office days using that little like arrow flag, I'm gonna call it, from the kit, and then the dust scene from the Pretty Pink Co. And then I use one of the little like miniature dividers from, or swooshes, whatever they're called, from Sadie Stickers. I did wake up with a migraine that day, so I marked it using a half box. And a Peyton has a migraine sticker from Goldmine Coco. Since I was in work, I was definitely struggling. I had one left of my liquid IV, so I drank that on my way to work. I try to drink a lot of water. I try to eat like balanced meals and try to make sure I was like incorporating things that had magnesium in it. But I was struggling at work. I was definitely struggling. So I'm marking struggling at work with the teacup. That's from Crafts by Thaowie, and I just layered some florals behind it. And let me tell y'all how my behind, I took, if you guys can tell, the divider or header rather that's at the top of the full box is a regular size like header that comes standard, but it has 2 lines on this one. So what I ended up doing was just bringing up the top of the full box to that second line. Now, why? I think all the way until Saturday, I take and put the header down and then try to put the box on top of it versus putting them together before I lay it down. I was so mad at myself, like, Joia, why didn't you think about that earlier? So yeah, I was struggling at work. My head was really hurting. Looking at the computer screen was really hard. The good thing is I wasn't on consults this day or this week. So, as you'll see, as I'll tell you in a second, like I was really just I was trying to survive. And I took public transportation, so that didn't help. But yeah, I ordered me. It's this place called Sabrina's here. I ordered breakfast from there, and I was mad because I definitely chose the breakfast potatoes and I did not get them. I was kind of upset. So I was definitely like hungry very soon. So I ended up getting a salad for lunch and I ended up getting a smoothie. And the coldness kind of helped, but yeah, I was suffering. So once I got home, I just laid down. I didn't do anything. And I was hoping that, maybe by the next day my head would start to kind of like ease up. And then I was working from home. So I was hoping that it would kind of ease up. So top of Tuesday, I marked working from home, just using a quarter box and then the laptop icon from the Pretty Pink Co. But as I was saying, it wasn't working. So I emailed my director and told her I needed to take a half day because of my migraine. So I did, and that's what the tissue box and teacup is for that I was marking. I did not have any more of my prescribed migraine relief medication, so I had to order it, like order a refill. And called, when I had called, it was going to be a little bit more time. So I said, well, let me go grab something to eat because if I don't eat when I take that med, I get my side effect I have from that med is the best way to describe it, hallucinogenic dreams. So I wasn't trying to have that. My head was already feeling crazy as is. So I went and got me some Hit City Veg breakfast. Went back, picked up the med. I popped that pill even before I started to drive. So by the time I got home, it was good. I had ordered some um, food from Amazon Fresh because I did want to go to the market, which I normally do, but I already knew that it was going to be a dud with the way my head was feeling. So I just tried to like lay down and try to feel as better as I could because I did have a meeting that I needed to go to that night, my Eastern Star meeting. And it did kind of like dissipate a little bit. I kind of, my migraines tend to, I'll say, go from like a 7, 8 to maybe like a steady 3 most times. And then at points, it kind of feel like there's nothing and then it comes back. And by the time the meeting was done, it was definitely back. It's been a ritual to go get food because sometimes our meetings do run late. So we'll go to a nearby bar and grab food. So I was okay. I told my husband that it was okay for us to go with everybody that day. But I just was drinking water. I try to limit the food that I was eating because I was like nervous that it was going to get worse, even though I did start to feel it come back because I was kind of like putting the water bottle to my head and rubbing on my temple. So he was like, all right, yeah, let's go. And we also had drove one of our sisters that day too, so we had to go drop her off. So we wasn't out like too late. On Wednesday, when I had called out, well, when I told my director that I was going to take a half day, I also told her I was going to take Wednesday off because I just knew it wasn't going to be over. And I'm glad I did because I couldn't do anything for the first part of the morning. And I think that's what makes it worse because before, my migraines used to always affect me the most at night, which sucked when I worked night shift. And now it's kind of the reverse. It affects me so much during like the morning time. It's crazy. So I did nothing. I didn't look at my phone. I didn't look at a computer. I just like laid down, eat, took some meds, slept, and repeated. Like that's all I did. Eventually, I did feel a little bit better, so I wrote down that I filmed 2.5 videos. I'm not even sure what that means, but I did. And then I had some hair growth oil steeping. It was probably almost hitting the 13-week mark, so I went ahead and filtered that and put it into my bottles. I finally got some, what are them things called? They're like amber colored bottles to put the oil in so it doesn't go rancid. So I did that. And I've been using it not as often because it is a thicker oil and my hair is very fine. So I try to be mindful of when I use it. Right now, I have a more natural like style, so I've been using it to like when I refresh my hair, remoisturize, and seal it. I've been using it and then like giving myself a scalp massage. So it's been nice. So we'll see. I took a break from using castor oil on my edges, so I'm gonna see how this hair growth oil goes for me. And then after that, I just cuddled with my spade baby, and I love her. I love that box with the little cat. It's just so damn cute. You'll see it soon. On Thursday, it was another office day. The migraine itself was like gone, but I was still having like residual dizziness, which is a side effect of the medication. So I just took my time as I planned to. I'm like, I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to do too much, try to move too fast. I just really took my time. Um, I did talk about my new A5 setup that I did for the fall. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll definitely make sure I link it for you. My colleague came over and we was chatting about one of the events that she had, which was freaking crazy. So we was talking about that. And then it looks like, oh, so I was talking out. I told my husband like when I was on a bus, this lady was pretty much shooting her shot with this guy. She sat next to him. It was so funny because he really was like not with it, but she kept going. I was like, okay, sis, do that. Um, but earlier in the day, it was a video going around. This woman, she had recorded her 4-year-old son singing an Isley Brothers song, and legit, that song ended up having me in a chokehold. I showed my husband, and then I said, you know what? Now I gotta listen to the song. So then I listened to the song. So then they start playing all these oldies. So him and I just listened to oldies for the rest of the night. Literally went to sleep, woke up, still listening to oldies. Like it was funny. And then I did also premiere my October kit lineup video. So I'll make sure I link that for you guys too in case you missed it. And then I just notated, I didn't watch it, which is crazy. Can't believe I'm still behind. But the Grey's Anatomy season premiere episode had premiered that day as well. So I had marked that. Friday, I did work from home. I really did not do too much work again. My head was still hurting. I wasn't really stressing myself out. And it was Friday. So, set a couple of errands to run. I had to go to BJ's, Target. Um, I had my wax appointment. And then I ended up I wanted to try that new milkshake from Chick-fil-A. So I went to Chick-fil-A for Babe and I also dropped off my fur baby Spade, which that's the icon I was talking about. Spade, I love that damn icon. It's so cute. That one is from Crafts by Thaowie. Um, I dropped off at my mom's house because we were going away this weekend for a conference for him, and of course I had to go with him, of course. So I dropped her off, and she's pretty much going to be there. Sorry, she'll be there. It's like the beginning of November now, so she'll be there until about a week or so from now, because it's just been a lot of stuff back to back. So after I got home, I washed my hair. I blow dried it. I bought it's like a Dyson dryer dupe off of Amazon. I did like it. I was a little nervous about the combs because they're like very short. And even though my hair is fine, I'm like, listen, my roots. But I did like the way it blow dried. And what I ended up doing is after I blew dried every section, I put it into a bantu knot, and I was just going to flat iron my hair the next day. But the next day, on Saturday, I ended up taking them out, and I just liked the way my hair looked. It was like a big curly fro, so I ended up just rocking that for a couple of days. But that Saturday, woke up, packed our bags because I didn't go to bed until like 1 the previous night. Packed bag, took the shower, and then headed off. Our friends was having their baby shower that day. It was so cute. It was like pumpkin theme. It was super cute. We then had to run to Staples to grab something really quick, and then we went to go check into the hotel that afternoon. Really nice hotel. It was like out of the way. It wasn't where everybody else was, which was nice, especially for me because I had to work on Monday. We ended up meeting up with his line brother and his wife and went and got some food because at the baby shower, they only had like meat stuff. So the only thing I had was like a salad, um, phone, work phone. It was a salad. So I was hungry. So we had to go get me some food. And I was like hangry at this point. And then I wanted to find a cream soda because I had this, what is it called? Peanut butter whiskey. And I wanted to try it with cream soda. And let me tell you how, like, we could not find cream soda to save our life. So I ended up finding a stevia brand. It was like the last box from Target, which didn't really go that well with the soda. And come to find out, our friends that we were with actually had cream soda in their car the whole time. It was hilarious, y'all. Like, we was like, all this running around we was doing for like a good 2 hours, and it was a mess. So then we went back to our room. We was sitting there chilling with them. And then we had this, it was a hospitality that we ended up going to. So we went to the hospitality room. And we was like, all right, on the next day, we're going to go and get some breakfast. We was going to go early, try to beat the church crowd. Hell to the no. We slept in until 11 o'clock. But it felt good, both of us, because both of us never stays in bed that long, especially him. So we slept in, got ready, went and go picked up our friends again. And then we went to Cracker Barrel. We ended up seeing my cousin there with his wife, which was funny. So we was just sitting there chit-chatting, you know, shooting a breeze or whatever. And then there was a hospitality that my husband and his line brother was like participating as far as like the setup and the running of it and stuff. So his line brother's wife and I was helping another one of the brother's wife set up as far as the food aspect. So we helped her, and it was like cool because she was like, I've never had this much help ever. She's like, I was actually able to like have fun and participate and stuff like that. So we ended up having a good old time, and then it was a mess because they had like visiting jurisdictions, and somebody else tried to like holler at me, and I was like, I'm married. And it was funny because it was like, oh, I don't think he was trying to talk to you that way. I said, homeboy just blew me a kiss, so I think so. And I told my husband afterwards. He's like, you should have told me. I said, well, I know for next time if that happens again. But y'all, it was the best. So here is the overview of the spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your bell notifications. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.